So thanks for coming along today, where I'm going to talk about our new AI assistant for RedView CRM. It's an extension module that we've been built using ChatGPT, or OpenAI actually is the true name of it, where we can use information and pass data to the AI agent to be able to do things. So let's just get started here. So basically, I'm Stephen Butler. I'm the CEO and the product manager for RedView, and Dominic Tonner, our client services director, is also here. So in terms of what we're going to look at today, just give you a bit of an introduction and what we're looking to do with AI, then how we can use the tool, and looking at the various aspects of it we've implemented within the system in terms of capturing data and finding contract background and inquiries dashboards and the text editor. So in terms of our product these days, it's grown quite considerably since some of you have certainly originally signed up. And there are two streams that cover off. So we have the inquiry management aspect, but there's also a very strong contact management and marketing stream. So looking after clients and referrers and the like. And we've incorporated the AI into both of those areas of the system. And the way we've gone about it, basically the goals have been to firstly, and probably the key one we focused on initially, was making data capture faster and easier. The second was being able to find information faster. So I'll show you some examples of what we've done there. And then assisting with the analysis of data, which we've added some capabilities into the inquiries dashboard to provide an assessment of what the data is about, and then helping with the drafting of correspondence. So all of those are in place at the moment, and we're extending those things out as time goes by. Looking at future, though, we see the capability of using the tool to assess the viability of an opportunity when it comes in, so we can use the history of dealing with similar types of opportunities to say, oh, well, you need to do this with this one, or this is not such a good one, or this is one to pay attention to. And then at a higher level, we can start to feed information into the AI agent to be able to provide a more detailed guidance on strategy. And I'll try to show you some of the thoughts that we've got there as well. In terms of the way that we're using the OpenAI API for completeness, is you have two aspects. Firstly, you provide the tool with some data, and then you provide a prompt or a question, and then OpenAI does its magic and gives RedView a response, which we can then use and interpret and do various things with. So if we then just now go into the product, what I'm going to start with is the easier capture of data. So not sure how many of you are using the Outlook add-in for this sort of stuff, but there are 4 or 5 tools that are available with the Outlook add-in. So what we see here is, firstly, we're going to look at adding a new inquiry. So that there are two tools for adding. The first is the Easy Add tool, and the second is the Full Details, where you can actually capture everything. Just select the Easy Add tool, and what this is doing is looking at the email that it's been selected on here. So what we can see here is that we've got a message that's been sent through to the person from the best reception telephone answering service. Now, what our standard Outlook add-in does is looks at the email header to start off with to get the information in relation to the inquiry. So in this instance, it's picked up my name because it's been sent to me, and then the details of the inquiry are actually in the body of the email. So here, if I now select the AI function, what that will do is pass through the information within the body of the email and extract out the details that are applicable. So we can now, if we're happy with that, we just simply add that into the inquiry form, and it fills in the form appropriately. We might want to keep the email with it. We then say, well, this is in fact a family law matter, and we want to give it to Arthur to look after, save that away, and that's now been captured into the RedView database. The notification's been sent to Arthur to tell him that the information, a new inquiry is available, and the processes start going. So we've very quickly saved the necessity to either cut and paste or grab the information out of the body of the email. So this can be applicable for, well, any email really, whether it's coming through to maybe a group email address that you have things sent to, or sort of coming from a referrer where the actual details are in the body of the email. So how the system does that, and how we've set the system up to look at the information and handle the information, is when I told you before we have a prompt and then the data. So what we've set up as a lookup list now is the set of AI prompts that are available, that are defaulting for the individual areas. So if we look at here the new inquiry easy add-in, this is the prompt that's been given to it. So now what that allows you to do is to fine tune the query. So if you can identify certain traits that are applicable to one type of email or not, that can be built into the prompt and then tailored to the specific circumstance to make it as efficient as possible. The other thing we do is we log the activity against the prompts that are coming through. So if we look here at the AI access, so we not only get a log of all of the items that people are doing things with and can see the activity, but we also keep the questions and the prompts that are going through so that we can reuse those. Fortunately, I've picked one that's not got a lot of questions there. Let's have a look at another one here. So here you can see the questions have been logged through. So the original one is, if there's no question, that's using the lead, the default prompt, but here we're now capturing it. And we'll be able to do other things here, so understand which are the most popular ones, and allow you to pick from prompts rather than having to type them in each time. So back to Outlook then, looking further at the data capture stuff. If we now look at, for example, here, we're going to update an existing inquiry. So if I select the existing inquiry add-in, what that will do is allow you to update the inquiry within the system. Now this actually isn't an inquiry, so I can pick any inquiry that I want at this point in time. So I may select that one, and now I can update certain details. I can add follow-up directly within Outlook without necessarily having to go to the portal. So in terms of the follow-up notes here, what we've allowed you to do is to select the AI button. That will scan the information held in the email and then produce a little summary so you can just quickly get that note logged on the history track within RedView. So we save that away, and that's logged that against that inquiry now. Of course, I could have done other things through the existing inquiry aspect there, but basically just wanted to show you the quick way of adding data using the AI capability. So the other aspect of the system is capturing contacts. So we've been talking mainly about managing the inquiries and the like just there, but the system now also provides the ability to capture contacts that aren't within your practice management system. And I'm looking at you all here and you're all Leap users. So this will capture, well, you can within RedView now capture contacts that aren't within Leap. So if I look, for example, at Holly's here and I say I want to capture a new contact. So what we've got then is we use our new contact Outlook add-in, and this is going to do the same thing as before. It's going to look at the email header to extract the information and set them up as a new contact. Now, in this instance, that's found the right details, but what the AI capability allows us to do now is scan the body of the email a bit further. And what we can see is we can grab the phone number and addresses and things like that out of the contact. And if we now also analyze what the person is or the employer is, so we can grab that and add that all into the information. And now for a new contact, what we could then say is, oh well, look, this firm is in the wholesale trade industry. It's an import firm. We want Holly to get our newsletter, and she has an interest in food and wine, and we can keep some contact notes about her. And now we save that away. We've extracted the information out of the email, and we've now got another person on our email, on our newsletter list, and we've got the firm captured with some information about the industry. So trying to be very, very quick and easy to capture intelligence about clients and contacts and get them into the database. So that's the data entry capture from sorry. If we then now look at capturing information about an existing contact, the same thing applies. So here, what we might be doing is just logging activity with the person. So what we've got now is we've found that Holly's the person. It matches that from the email address. We can go in and update the contact and tag information here for her. But what we might want to do is actually log some information about the activity that's just occurred. So here, once more, we use the AI. That's going to, I think, we've set it up as a default 50-word or so summary of the email that we'll put into the activity, so we can see exactly what's there, and that we've logged that activity into the contact activity history against the contact in RedView very quickly and very easily. So by hitting save activity now, we've got that information saved and ready. Wait, 2 or 3 clicks happen very, very quickly. We've got that history available. It's within the database, and we now have that visible to all people who want to look at the contact record for Holly. So moving then now back to the RedView portal. So if we now have a look at in the clients and contacts area, what we're doing now is trying to record information about different people. So here we've added in, we have the tags for mailings and marketing lists and the like. We've added recently the ability to capture the picture of the person, so that can be presented and known and go through it to our mobile apps. But what we see down the bottom now with AI is we want to find the person's professional background. So what we do is simply click this button. We'll pass the details of Aaron to the AI agent, and it will go and search and come back and tell you some information about our end, which we can then save against the contact and have look at that sort of going forward, or via a mobile app when you're out and about, or through the tool. So trying to find things very quickly and easily, making it easy to collect information and get that into the central database so that it can be used by all. Moving then into the next area where we've incorporated the AI into the product, is if we look now at the inquiries dashboard. So here, what we can see, and we've just put on a couple of charts so far. So we've got a little AI button here. So if I select, for example, on this one, with the new inquiries in the last 12 months, we select that button, that will then pass information to the AI agent with a prompt, and then come back and give you an assessment of what the position is with that that particular set of data. So basically, it's telling you, interpreting the data for you and giving you a summary, which you then may want to email to someone. So you can select the email button that will copy and paste the information into an email and then send it off to whoever it is. So we're looking more and more at how we can do things with this information. So we've added it to 3 charts at the moment. Probably more applicable, though, is being able to pass the list of inquiries across to the AI agent, and then analyze it, and with more detail, we can start to ask more detailed questions and give back more detailed information. So, and that's probably the next stage of what we're up to there. The last area just to look at in terms of where we've trying to help with the process, is if we go to the inquiry area here. So if I select a particular inquiry here, so we now, once more, I'm not sure how many people use this, but if we select the send an email function, we then have template emails that we've set up. So as an example here, if I grab the more information template that's been set up for me, what that's going to do is go and get the template and address it and merge in the details from the inquiry, and use the other pieces of information. It has some attachments with it. If I select this here and now select the AI button, I might ask a question and say, and I put my question in and select the AI button, and it will then ask some more details about the accident. That's not very good. Let's try again. Well, that's not very good at all. Interesting, isn't it? It did something completely different for me when I was, there we go. So I can say more detail. And then I can insert that into the document there. Now, I'm not entirely sure how useful that is, but it's sort of our first touch of trying to improve the productivity from the consulting, the inquiry area, in terms of building documents quickly. So I can then just send that away using our standard functionality with the text that's been incorporated, and that will then go through the normal process of sending information out to the person. So yeah, that's where we're at the moment. So as I said, the next steps is looking at providing a much more, passing all of the inquiry information to be able to analyze that at a bigger picture and provide information about what good inquiries look like, and potentially the best way to handle them, and B, how marketing efforts can be improved by understanding the data more quickly. So with that, I've within my 30 minutes, so all good. Okay, well, look, thanks for everyone for coming along. As I say, touch base with Dom or I if you'd like to trial the product. Otherwise, we shall talk to you next time. Thank you.